these roadways into waterways, and by the time it's all over, it may actually be easier to get around here by boat than by car. You can see the roads are already covered, and now the sidewalks are disappearing too. Let's take a look at Sweetwater from above, the view from Skycam. You can see from this angle how widespread this flooding is around here. The fields are flooded and the water is getting dangerously close to some homes. And back here on the ground, we are told, and we actually witnessed today too, that that this area gets flooded all the time during the rain. Some city officials tried to use a pump in one of the intersections to get the water pumped out of the area and clear up a little bit, but it really did very little good. It actually is getting worse as the night goes on, and it probably will continue to get that way. There's just, as this rain keeps coming, there's just no place for it all to go. Live from Sweetwater, Rochelle Stewart, 7 News. We are going to throw it over now. Our Team 7 coverage continues with Carlos Bain in Broward.
Michelle, we're still dealing with some of the same things here on Northeast 5th Avenue in Fort Lauderdale, near Fort Lauderdale. Look at this drain right here. We've been here since 3 o'clock this afternoon. This thing is still not drawing any of the water down off this street. And I can tell you that that is a situation that's being repeated throughout South Florida. Let me show you some pictures from Skycam 7. This over Hialeah. As you can see, the cars and trucks just treading water down there. This is near the racetrack. As you can see, the racetrack is flooded out as well in the infield. Coming back out here, these folks are worried because this thing hasn't drawn down here in Northeast Fort Lauderdale, and now we are getting some more drizzling out here where I am, coming back out here to me. And what the worry is that once we get this rain picking up, as you can see, it's just drizzling right now. If it picks up and we haven't had any water go down here, as you can see, it's ankle high with those folks behind me, that it could start moving up the driveway and closer to the homes. We're hoping that at least this drain and the other drains will start working sometime tonight and draw this water down so they can absorb the next wave of rain. Reporting live in Broward, Carlos Bain, 7 News.
Now, as for the state of Florida, let us reiterate, all we have going for us right now is a tropical storm warning. It extends from Key Largo all the way down to the dry Tortugas.
And the Keys is certainly a point of interest for us. That's why we have divided the Keys into 3 parts, the upper Keys, middle Keys, and lower Keys, and are having reporters cover all 3 of these sectors. Right now, we're going to have the chance to hook up with 7's Patrick Frazier. He's been covering the middle Keys for us throughout the course of the day. What's the situation there, Patrick?
Well, Rick, right now it's pretty calm and pretty quiet, and it's been that way all day long. Calm because it's been clear. The sky is clear throughout the day. However, the people here have still been cautious, just in case Lili takes that unexpected turn and heads over towards the Keys. Let's take a look at these pictures if we can. This is what the Atlantic looked like from the water. Now, it rained this morning, and maybe those dark showers convinced people Lili could be a danger. By this afternoon, the skies had cleared a little bit. The beaches were closed, and most tourists also took off. Now, all day we saw stores being boarded up, but not closed, just a sheet of plywood shy of a quick retreat if Lili headed here. The Emergency Operations Center is working. No evacuations have been ordered, but the people are being told, be alert in case Lili changes her mind and hits here. Now, if you were watching at 6 o'clock, we showed you how pretty it was over towards the south, and we watched the beautiful sunset out of the west here. But the winds are picking up right now coming out. The feeder bands are passing by certain areas. They've spared Marathon all day long, but we can feel the wind coming out of one. So it's going to be that way throughout the Keys all night long. Feeder bands of rain and gusts of wind. Reporting live from Marathon, Patrick Frazier, 7 News.
All right, Patrick.
And the question now is what to do about all the rising waters.
Carmel Cafaro says some people are really getting a quick education in the art of sandbagging.
You don't see sandbags on hurricane checklist, but throughout South Florida, people are looking for them and buying them, many for the first time in their lives.
Sandbags, anything to protect my home and my furnishings and everything else.
I heard you tell the salesman that you didn't realize that they didn't come without sand already in them.
That's right, I didn't. This is my first attempt at sandbags.
Home Depot store manager Pete Texera says customers right now aren't concerned about wind damage. They want to know how to protect their homes from rising water. And he says the answer is sandbags.
Actually, it's really about the only thing you can use.
You can make your own by using play sand to fill plastic bags and then closing them with a tie. Each bag weighs about 60 pounds. To estimate how many you'll need, figure an 8-foot opening will take about 6 bags per layer. Not a do-it-yourselfer? Standard Sand Company in Fort Lauderdale says it sells sandbags packed and ready to go.
People really don't know who to call, where to get their needs for the sand, but we do have sand in stock for their needs.
And we could need it. Experts say Lili is a wet one that could bring as much as 6 inches of rain a day to waterlogged South Florida. And if you do not have the standard 2 weeks worth of hurricane supplies, make sure you have enough of the basics for at least 72 hours. We may not get big winds, but we could lose power. On your checklist, batteries and flashlights, drinking water. Fill your bathtub with water for washing and flushing. Non-perishable food, a manual can opener, personal, baby, and pet supplies, and finally, gas up your car and make sure you have enough cash. Carmel Cafaro, 7 News.
And like all of us, you probably have a couple of questions left, so we here at 7 News are going to try our best to try and give you some answers to those.
And we've got a couple of people left at the Hurricane Helpline tonight, one of which is Lynn Martinez at the phones with information you may need to know about. Lynn?
Rick and Kelly, the big question tonight seems to be, do we have school tomorrow? We've talked about this all day with Mark Ludner. Just to let you know, if you go to public school in Dade, Broward, or Monroe County, yeah, you have tomorrow off. It's a teacher's work day. They had it off anyway. But when it comes to private schools, there are some school closures to tell you about, and here's a list for you. Gettysburg Academy, Miami Riviera Day School, all of these schools are closed. Miami ITT Technical Institute, Miami Country Day School, Miami Children's Rainbow Day School, Miami Rainbow Christian Academy, St. John the Apostle School, Hialeah Miami Christian School, Sweetwater Guardian Shepherd School, Coral Gables Tropical Christian School, and South Miami School. All of these are private schools, and all of them are closed tomorrow. We want to let you know that we're here at the Helpline Center to answer any of your questions when it comes to how to prepare for a storm or a hurricane, even though it is late in the season. Want to give our number. It is 756-2520. We're going to come back later in the show to answer all of your questions and to talk to 7's Bill Kamal. Rick and Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Lynn.
Our coverage of Hurricane Lili doesn't stop here. We're just getting started bringing you information tonight.
Still ahead on the special edition of 7 News, we're going to be taking you live to Cuba and to the Bahamas to find out what is going on there right now. We'll be right back.
You take responsibility for yourself and your family. President Clinton is making people on welfare take responsibility. He signed tough welfare reform, work requirements, time limits, force teenage mothers to stay in school or lose benefits. The next step, create jobs. Tax incentives for businesses that hire welfare recipients. Job training for all workers. Dole Gingrich tried to cut job training. Wrong for our future. President Clinton, moving people from welfare to work, meeting our challenges.
The critics are in love with Jillian.
Mommy, you talk to her like she's right in front of you.
Well, sometimes.
Does Jillian appear to you out there on the beach?
4 stars.
Jillian!
Claire Danes is Oscar-worthy. Peter Gallagher gives a superb performance. And Michelle Pfeiffer is luminous.
You swim with her?
Yes.
Is she naked?
To Jillian on her 37th birthday, rated PG-13.
Nelson reunion?
Presenting a new family of cars for 1997 from a new era at Mitsubishi.
Nelson family.
A wide range of rugged sport utility vehicles.